The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So NC State's offense will start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Let's get in that end zone.
To the air, it's Bailey. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Hoffman. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Miami's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at...
He's loose on the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The play action fake. And the pass is broken up incomplete, but wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. Snowed under by the defense. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in a hurry up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to fire. It's caught. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Hold and finds his man on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can highlights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got his man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And off to Jones. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
He'll keep it himself. Powers through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the lone running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Special teams heading out after the third down completion's not quite special enough to move the chains. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to run it. It's Robinson. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. He'll throw on third down. Finds his man. It's Richardson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Canes are flying down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously,
Oh, he's got some space. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He makes the grab.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to power it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. On second and goal, he gets another chance. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Miami! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. They're trailing by just 2 to Sam Houston. 2 fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. NC State going up tempo. To the air. It's Bailey. And as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point in the game.
The Canes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. What a terrible, terrible shank. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. When you've already sent your punter around 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's live. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Hold.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. And the Hurricanes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That one never had a chance, incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Zings it complete to the right. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Makes the grab on the left. He'll step out of bounds as he's at the 33-yard line. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab, it's Jones. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard. That gets them back to within 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Canes want to crank the tempo. Third and long, try to convert through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Lyle. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Hunt is on its way. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Muscling ahead on third and short. Nice move to pick up yardage. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call it.
They'll send the back in motion. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Right on the money. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish.
Boys, let's finish strong.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Looking for the goal line.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Sam Houston. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Grab near the marker. It's Lofton. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Richardson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Richardson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looking to throw on third. Here's a heat. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Give to the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Spins away from the defender. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Kept it and he's past the marker.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Great move, now he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. NC State quick to the line. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoffman. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down. Card in the backfield, it's Robinson. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Canes are on the move.
Nice job ruining that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. game-winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Lets it fly on the move. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Handoff to Jones. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Couldn't find a time room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Snags it quickly on the left. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Handoff to Jones. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it past the marker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Duke is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Blue Devils on the scoreboard. They're up by 19 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Hurricanes want to move quickly. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Lofton. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Richardson. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They kick it away on 4th down. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hoffman. Wolfpack will get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. From the gun. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
You know, teams practice 2-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a 3-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That pass is incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Under fire. Lets it fly. He's got it along the sideline. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the 1st down and more. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
To the air, it's Bailey. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. A designed run for the quarterback. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Quick strike complete. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Dead center perfect. And how about this? All tied up in the waiting moments, guys.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the fourth quarter.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Second down, he'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. That's reeled in. It's Lofton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Wants to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a belt.
Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now. I said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. His drive will open from the 15. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab deep. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on second and inches. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.